If you're into racing games, those things are quite important. Realistic graphics means you can more easily get immersed in the action, and high frame rates means more responsive controls. You'll also find that racing games on PC have unrivaled steering wheel support. There are absolutely loads of racing games available on PC. Many of them are good, but which ones are the best to play right now? In this video, I will show you some best racing games on PC. But before we start this video, please subscribe to my channel Games Puff and press the bell icon for more gaming videos. So without any further ado, let's start this video. The first game of this video is Forza Horizon 4. Somehow Playground Games has done it. It has made a game better than Forza Horizon 3. That's quite an achievement considering that Forza Horizon 3 was pretty much perfect. Forza Horizon 4 lets you loose in a wonderful recreation of Great Britain. In a matter of minutes you can race from the streets of Edinburgh to the picturesque Derwent Reservoir, and every week the scenery changes thanks to the introduction of seasons. Seasons offer more than just some visual variety, though. That rear-wheel sports car that you just love to drive will be pretty much useless when the snow arrives in winter, and during autumn the downpours of rain can make the road quite slippy. Next up we have Dirt Rally 2.0. Just like its predecessor, Dirt Rally 2.0 can be extremely maddening. Yet, it's also rather brilliant. You can't rewind time if you make a mistake, and you can't keep restarting indefinitely. Dirt Rally 2.0 is a game that relies on skill. You have to pay attention to your co-driver at all times, drive at the limits of your ability, and concentrate. Get distracted by anything, and you're likely to wrap your car around a tree. For some, it'll prove to simply be too strenuous of an experience. Put in the time to master its cars and learn its tracks, however, and Dirt Rally 2.0 is rewarding in ways that other racing games can't ever dream of being. Next up we have Forza Motorsport 7. If you like your racing serious but not too much so, then Forza Motorsport 7 is probably the racing game for you. It's taken a leaf or two out of Forza Horizon's book by being a little more playful than past iterations, but it's still the game to go for if you want the perfect balance between realistic driving physics and pure fun. Forza Motorsport 7 features a massive selection of both real-world and fictional tracks and over 700 cars for you to collect, upgrade and race. And they all look amazing if you play it on a decently equipped PC. Next up we have F1 2020. F1 2018 was absolutely fantastic. And so was F1 2019. But with F1 2020, things are even better than ever. Further refined, F1 2020 offers the most authentic F1 racing experience yet. The handling is better than ever, and its presentation has been overhauled. If you're a casual Formula 1 fan who just wants some fun racing around a track at insane speeds, you can save yourself some money and go for F1 2017 or F1 2018. But if you want all the latest teams, F2, and some substantial gameplay enhancements, it's worth forking out for F1 2020. Next up we have Assetto Corsa Competizione. If you're after a racing game with a deep career and lots of car customization options, Assetto Corsa Competizione isn't for you. If you want realistic physics, beautiful cars, and accurate tracks, however, it will be the game of your dreams. Assetto Corsa Competizione is a serious racing game for serious people. You need to be aware of and follow the rules of the Blancpain GT series and master its beautifully recreated cars and tracks if you wish to succeed. Also, if you want to get the best out of it, you're really going to need a steering wheel. Next up we have Need for Speed Heat. Need for Speed is great again. Feeling like a greatest hits of the games that came before it, Need for Speed Heat takes the best bits from a plethora of Need for Speed titles and puts them together rather well. You've got the illegal nighttime races of Underground along with plenty of car customization, the legal daytime street races of Pro Street, and even the risk versus reward system of Rivals makes a return. Of course, there are police chases too. Next up we have Monster Energy Supercross 3. If you like your racing a bit dirty, why not give Monster Energy Supercross 3 a try? Letting you take part in both 250SX and 450SX championships, Monster Energy Supercross 3 is a demanding racing game that makes you think about more than just breaking points and racing lines. To succeed on anything higher than the easiest difficulties, you'll need to watch your speed, to manage your flow effectively over jumps, and make use of scrubs to reduce the time you spend in the air. Next up we have Grid. Blurring the line between an arcade racer and a simulator, there's nothing else quite like Grid on PC. Grid looks wonderfully realistic, and the action on the track feels amazingly authentic, what with cars often making mistakes and reacting to how you drive. You even have a teammate who you can command to push or defend their position. But you don't have to approach grid like Gran Turismo. You can be a bit reckless and get the back end out for a good bit of drifting if you want to. Next up we have Burnout Paradise Remastered. While Burnout Revenge is, and always will be, the best Burnout game in our eyes, we think Burnout Paradise is brilliant too. And a remastered version of Burnout Paradise is available on PC, bundled up with all of the DLC released for the game. Burnout Paradise Remastered has its issues. It still lacks fast travel, for instance, and you can't even place helpful markers on its map, but it's also a hell of a lot of fun to play. The last game of this video is Trackmania Turbo. You might be racing four-wheeled vehicles in Trackmania Turbo, but the tracks you're racing on often have more in common with roller coasters. There are loop-to-loops, steep inclines and massive descents to overcome, and they all might make you feel a bit sick. There are some pretty magnificent jumps too. And to help you blaze through them with ease is a unique turbo system. Featuring split-screen co-op and competitive play, Trackmania Turbo is a great game to play with friends. Though it also offers an outstanding single-player experience that will really push you to your limits. So that's the list of 10 best PC racing games that you can play in 2021. If you enjoy this video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel Games Puff and press the bell icon for more gaming updates.